We're at Pet Adoption League. I'm hanging out here with Maria, sweet bulldog, and I'm hearing that Maria is pregnant, about to have some little babies. This little guy here, what's his name?
This is Mr. Todd. He is a Chihuahua. He is an owner surrender. He's very sad here. He's not handling this well at all. His owner lost her home, so she brought him in. And he's waiting to be adopted.
I'm Dominic Damaski, and this is Discovering Inspiration. On this episode, we traveled to the small town of Yukon, Pennsylvania, about 30 miles outside of the city of Pittsburgh, to visit with PAL, the Pet Adoption League. We meet a team of animal lovers committed to helping, loving, and placing every animal that comes through their door. Open your heart and smile as we get to know PAL and meet some new furry friends. How often do you come and help out?
It's been a little while, but you know, when we're in the season, we try to come around once a while.
What's your name?
My name is Matthew. I come here with my son Isaac, and sometimes my wife comes instead.
I'm at the Pet Adoption League. There's all kinds of pets here.
Yep, there sure is.
Nothing's real?
Yep, it sure is.
And what's this dog's name?
This is Sweet Pea, and Sweet Pea came in from animal control. She is our longest resident. She's been here for 1 year.
And what does that mean, come in from animal control?
That means that the dog catcher picked her up.
Okay.
Nobody claimed her, so then she came here. We pull from animal control weekly.
Okay.
The animal control, they are kill facilities.
Okay.
So if the dogs are not claimed or pulled out of there, then they get put down.
Okay.
So we pull from there over to here and then get them adopted.
I imagine this is very tough, that you see a dog that's been here a year, but this is a no-kill shelter?
Yes.
And what does that mean?
That means that they'll be here until we find them a home.
Some of the dogs that come here haven't been treated that nicely, or probably aren't loved by their owners. Can you tell us some of those stories?
Honestly, it amazes me. We get dogs in that have not been loved. We get dogs in that have come from puppy mills. And when they come in from the puppy mill, they're terrified of people because they really haven't had contact. It doesn't matter. It seems that dogs still seek out that they want someone to love them.
What is a puppy mill?
A puppy mill it's a facility that the only thing they use them dogs for is to breed and make money. And the dogs most likely are not socialized. They're not used to human contact. They're kept in cages. And I'll be honest, most of them that we get in from puppy mills, they're not very well taken care of. They come in really bad shape.
I happen to be a little bit afraid of dogs. Do you have any advice for a guy like me?
Volunteer. Go into a shelter and volunteer. Start with the smaller dogs and go up. Even this dog here, like here, we have a Reading to Pets program. You can come in, sit outside the cage and read to them. The dogs really like it, and it kind of helps the kids to, they might read to a dog to where they won't read out loud to a person.
What do you think about dogs in costumes?
What do I think about it?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I love to dress them up and take pictures of them.
Okay.
I think it kind of shows their personality.
After a trip around the outdoor play area, it was off to the cat house.
It doesn't matter the animal to us. If it's an animal in need, then we'll step up and try to help it. We take in strays off the street, owner surrenders, dogs from animal control, and then if we have space, we go reach out to other kill shelters and we pull from there.
Ella, what do you do here?
I help with the cat building.
What does that mean?
I facilitate adoptions, I help clean as needed, and I love on the animals as much as possible. We have people that are very, very cruel and they steal the animals in tubs, the cats.
And leave them at the bottom
And
of the
leave them
road.
at the bottom of the road.
What do you mean? Ella's statement caught me off guard, so I had to clarify.
We've had a situation in the summer on a 90-degree day where a cat was put in a Rubbermaid container and it was taped shut. There were a couple holes cut in the top, but it was a tortoiseshell, and they named her Lucky because they were lucky they got to her in time because she was running out of oxygen. Then we had, not the little babies are in here, we had maybe a month, 6 weeks ago tops, we had 2 containers dropped off down by the dumpster. Again, they were taped shut, a couple holes stuck in the top, 3 juveniles in one, a mom with 2 baby infants in the other. The mom and the baby are doing fine, and the 2 babies will be going home at the end of this month, all healthy and adopted. But in the other container, one of the juveniles died from the trauma of being sealed in the container and left out in the elements.
What to you, you're very compassionate, what to you is the best part of this job?
Oh, seeing the magic when the cat or dog picks the person. I mean, they can say, oh, I came here because I saw a picture, but that doesn't mean that's who they're going to go home with. It's all about the animal and the person being smart enough to realize that that's the animal for them. I just had that happen the other day where they came in and they were coming here for a dog. And they ended up in this building and they wanted a cat that could get along with the dog. I placed a cat in their arms and he's going home on Friday. They fell in love, he fell in love with them, and you can't describe that feeling. I'm getting goosebumps just telling you about it. It's just such a wonderful feeling when the magic happens.
What can we do to support PAL, Pet Adoption League?
One of the biggest thing is donations. We run totally on donations here. There is no government funding or anything like that. Monetary donations to help cover vetting, garbage bags, cat food, cat litter, toys for the dogs and leashes, things like that, and volunteering. Volunteering is a big thing. If you don't want to walk a dog, you can come in and pet a cat, give them some love. They're sitting here all day by themselves.
Gotcha.
You can give them a bath, you can brush them, pet the dogs. You can give them a bath, just sit with them even, things like that. Pass some treats out. Stuff like that. You can work out in the yard if you don't want to work be with the animals. You can work in the office. There's always something to do.
And I've met some volunteers already, but how many volunteers does it take to run a huge operation like this?
Right now, actually, we're down on volunteers. We're trying to get some volunteers to come in. It's hard to get people to come regular and to a job that doesn't pay. But we really need volunteers right now. But we run, it depends on the time of year. We run anywhere from 10 volunteers or not. But we have regulars, about 10 regulars that have been here for years, and they're always coming.
I noticed on Facebook, I love the page, I'm a fan, I noticed a dog named Mia.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the thing about Mia is, I guess when it was brought in, it had some...
She actually came into animal control. Animal control was called in to pick up a dog that was tied to a tree out in the woods. And she had a rope tied around her neck, tied to the tree. And she was left there with no food and no water. The rope had cut into her neck and had cut all the way through her skin and her neck. She had some sores on her back and a couple on her front. Looked like she had been burned with a cigarette in a few spots and that. So she came in and we got her out to the vet and started getting her fixed up. She was very, very afraid of people, but she's really coming around now. She's coming around real well. And that's one of the enjoyments that we get when we see that dog go into a loving home.
Why are you so passionate about the pets and finding them homes?
Animals are my heart. I like animals probably more than people. And it upsets me that there's so much cruelty in this world. I like to give back. I think that I cheated death twice in my life, so this is my way of giving back to the world. When I talk about the animals, I get sometimes very upset. We cry here every day. Sometimes it's happy tears, sometimes it's sad tears, but we cry a lot here. And I have a really nice team that really helps out with all the animals and that, and that kind of helps my heart. I think that I will probably die poor in pocket and rich in heart for what I do with the animals. She gets still a little scared. We're working on it. We're working on it.
April, what do you do here?
I am the office assistant and the financial officer.
Now, with 500 dogs going out of here a year, how do you keep everything straight?
A lot of patience,
What is the best part of the job for you?
loving on the dogs.
Next up, I found one of the youngest and one of the cutest volunteers. Elijah,
Yes.
do you have a favorite part about helping out?
Yes.
What is it?
Snuggling with the dogs and petting them.
I hear there's a pig here. Is that cool?
Yes.
And the pig's up for adoption too?
Yes.
Can you ride the pig?
Nope.
Okay. How big's this pig?
Like this big. Hi, Biscuit. Hi, get this guy. I'm the best. He's a giant. Yeah, but I could. Was so cool. Wait.
I can't believe I got that big.
Somebody brings in a pig, or how's that work?
This one, actually, a guy had a litter of pigs, and I went and rescued her. We have another one here, Oscar, that was a owner surrender. He's a year and a half old, so he's full grown, and he's up for adoption. I am a weirdo, and I fly my flag high. I am who I am, that's it.
How do you find the names for all these dogs? You got 500 dogs.
Oh, we run out of names. We pick themes like TV themes, or this week might be music artists, or different things like that. Well, if a kid walks in the door, we'll say, "What's this dog's name?" And get them the name of the dog, or different things like that. It gets really hard sometimes.
After taking a tour and getting to know the staff, animals, and volunteers at the Pet Adoption League, one of the most rewarding things was seeing a room full of people looking to adopt. Cameraman Cam was touched by this little guy, so we were thrilled to see him meeting his forever parents. Try to give everybody a pet. You like a pet? You like a pet? Stepping out of my comfort zone here, even though I'm a little bit afraid. This is Dominic Damaski, Discovering Inspiration, and today we're out at Pet Adoption League in Yukon, Pennsylvania. These little guys and girls all need a home. Stop out, support Pet Adoption League however you can.